High Limit adds a traditional late model stronghold to its sprint car slate for 2024, plus why this won't just be the all-star schedule tweaked. We'll also talk USAC Midgets at Merced, the Xtreme Outlaw schedule, and just how much money a weekly IMCA track could make you. Let's go. It's Tuesday, November 21st. I'm Justin Fiedler. This is DIRTRACKR Daily. When I put these shows together 5 days a week, I do a ton of research each day, usually multiple hours, to try and bring you the best possible picture of what's going on in dirt racing. I watch a ton of racing action for sure, but that's not enough to understand everything that's happening, which is why I built DIRTRACKR's analytics section. It's got race results and stat breakdowns for all the top national series and special events, and at this moment is across 1,800 races worth of data. And if you want to access every tool and number I use for these shows, grab a subscription to DIRTRACKR Plus. $4.99 a month or $49.99 a year. The year subscription basically gets you 2 months for free, and you can cancel at any time very easily. Signing up gets you access to the Plus dashboard, which has added stat tools and visualizations. You can unlock more than 25 extra features, including exclusive insights that you will not find anywhere else. Whether you're a race fan, a member of the media, or if you work for a series or a racetrack, DIRTRACKR Plus is the perfect resource for current dirt racing data to elevate your knowledge. Both World of Outlaws series, all 3 USAC National Visions, the Chili Bowl, High Limit, Lucas, and a whole lot more. See everything Plus has to offer and sign up for a subscription over at dirtrackr.com/getplus. More sprint car dates continue to leak out. Yesterday, we talked about High Limit adding a date at Butler Motor Speedway in Michigan. And today, because of an announcement yesterday evening, we know that High Limit will head to Missouri in late June. Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland put out their full 2024 schedule, and High Limit is there on June 28th and June 29th. With the connection between the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, the Lucas Oil Company, and Flow Racing, this one feels like a no-brainer. It's not one of those companion shows with the late models, however. The Lucas Show Me 100 weekend is in May, and then the Diamond Nationals are later in July. The schedule at Wheatland also includes multiple MLRA dates, their usual weekly program, plus the USMTS Modifieds. They're going to have ASCA sprint cars and Power I-410 sprint cars as well. If you look at the past year's All-Star schedule, this wasn't obviously a track that was part of that, so another example of High Limit expanding outward. Lucas Oil Speedway did host 410 wing racing in 2023 with the Power I series, but a major tour like the Outlaws hasn't been there since 2008. As we start to learn more and more about the 2024 High Limit schedule, I think it's important to note here that this isn't just going to be the All-Star schedule with a few tweaks. There's going to be some similarities, especially because of the bigger shows, but this thing appears to be very clearly all High Limit. Yes, it's going to start the season in Florida and Georgia, then probably take a break until the spring like the All-Stars used to. But a trip out west, multiple races in Texas, races in the Midwest and Northeast all point to a very different look and feel here. Definitely seems like they're taking parts and pieces from the All-Star, certain racetracks, certain dates, but really building this thing from the ground up. The USAC Midget season's still going on out west, but the other National Midget Series already has their schedule out for 2024. The Xtreme Outlaw Midgets released their slate of races yesterday, 30 shows at 22 different racetracks from March through October. All 4,000 or 5,000 win features with plenty of new tracks coming up. They're going to start indoors at DuQuoin and end at Jacksonville, which that's going to be a change from 2023. Along the way, Appalachian Speed Week is back with the trip through Pennsylvania and a couple of weekends as a support series for the 2 main World of Outlaws series. Zach Dahm was the original champion back in 2022, while Jade Avedissian won the title this season. With Jade's future shifting towards pavement, a third different champion is possible for 2024. As was the case this season with the expanded Xtreme schedule, they again have been working with USAC so as to avoid scheduling against each other. That would allow a team to potentially run both Midget Series full-time, but not many took advantage of that out this season. I think only Jade and maybe Ken and McIntosh were the 2 cars or 2 drivers that were able to run basically the entire schedule for both. The opportunity, though, will still exist with these 2 sides working together, and it means a lot of possible midget races to be at. You can view the full Xtreme schedule over at XtremeOutlawSeries.com. If you got a spare $2 million lying around in your couch cushions and are in the market for a dirt track, I've got one for you to check out today. Junction Motor Speedway in Nebraska is on the market right now, and a check for $2 million gets you a 3/8 mile racetrack, seating for 4,000 of your closest friends, and nearly 80 acres of property. The track is located about an hour west of Lincoln, and it sits about 6 miles south of I-80. It was built in 2003 and had been home to weekly IMCA action. In recent years, the biggest shows to come through were the Malvern Bank late models and the Nebraska 360 sprint cars. but it had previously hosted the MLRA, the ASCS, POWRi Midgets, USMTS Modifieds, plus several trips by the World of Outlaws sprint cars. Donnie Schatz won the final Outlaw show there in 2016. In recent years, local businessman and track owner Delmar Friesen has faced deteriorating health, and the facility was closed for the entire 2022 season. It reopened, though, for 2023 after Delmar started feeling better, but recently at the track's end-of-season banquet, he announced he was retiring and that there'd be no 2024 season unless the track was sold in time. Nearly 80 years old, Friesen told Outside Groove back in late 2022 that he does all the track prep himself. He said something like 18 hours a day running graders and sheep's foot and all that type of stuff. Looking around the real estate photos, it's a very solid facility. Big front stretch grandstands, a nice concessions building. It's got big bathrooms, space for camping and hookups, and acreage to expand or maybe even grow some crops. And the track is racy. It's got a little banking. I looked at the highlights from Schatz's last win. The Outlaws put on a good show there. It was racing kind of all over the track, plenty fast. The real estate listing also gives us some insight into the money that can be made at a facility like this. I'm assuming these are yearly estimates. It just says estimates, but not timetable, but I'm assuming they're yearly. But the 28 plus acres of cropland can make $20,000 worth of income, and the track itself is estimated to generate about $425,000 worth of income. They had 15 races on the schedule for 2023 from May through August and had 2 rainouts. If someone wanted a more up-to-date facility that had a solid weekly program and the ability to host big tours, it's also not far from a few solid metro areas. Junction would be high on that list. It's only, like I said, about an hour from Lincoln. I think I saw an hour and a half from Omaha. Hopefully they're able to find a buyer to continue its operation. It'd be a shame to lose another racetrack. Out in California tonight, USAC National Midgets are back to racing after having Monday off following the Hangtown 100 at Placerville. 2 nights at Merced Speedway are coming up, and a couple of solid finishes should pretty easily wrap up the championship here for points leader Logan Seavey. 4 straight podiums plus 19 straight top 10s at the moment have pushed him well clear of Justin Grant. On the driver pages over at DIRTRACKR.com/analytics, I use these like little triangle icons to show races where a driver led laps. And when you look at Seavey's USAC Midget page, there are a lot of triangles over the last several months. It's an easy indicator that things have gone really well for a driver, similar to what you might find on Ricky Thornton Jr.'s page with Lucas. I've got the past 6 Merced shows in the database, and we've had 5 different winners over that stretch, including most recently Buddy Kofoid, plus Carson Macedo, Justin Grant, Tanner Thorson, and Thomas Meserol. Kofoid definitely one to keep an eye on tonight, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Spencer Basin run well also. Joining the USAC Midgets on the card tonight are IMCA Sport Mods and Hobby Stocks. You can watch this one live over on Flow Racing. That's it for the show today. Make sure to stop by DIRTRACKR.com to check out all the latest dirt racing news, plus the streaming schedule. Hope you guys have a great Tuesday out there. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.